What happens if you eat a few hours before you receive anesthesia? I almost died because I ate a granola bar. I was 17 when this happened, diabetic since I was 12, always checking my glucose, always following my care plan. I had everything down to a science, until the night before my foot surgery. I hurt myself playing soccer and needed a minor procedure to fix some torn ligaments. Nothing major, just day surgery. The whole team knew about it. Coach said I'd be back in like 3 weeks. My mom was nervous, but the doctor said it was routine. I'd done this diabetes thing for 5 years, so I thought I had it all figured out. The night before surgery, I was supposed to fast after midnight. Easy enough. But I screwed up my insulin calculation that evening. I don't know what happened. Maybe I was stressed about the surgery or distracted by homework. I gave myself too much. Around 2 a.m. I woke up sweating and shaking. Classic low blood sugar. My monitor showed 55, which is dangerous territory for me. When you're that low, you can't think straight. Your brain literally stops working right. All I could think about was getting sugar fast. I stumbled to the kitchen and grabbed the first thing I saw. A peanut butter granola bar from the counter. I ate the whole thing without thinking. The sugar hit my system and I felt better immediately. Then I looked at the clock. 2:15 a.m. Surgery was at 10 a.m. I was supposed to fast for 8 hours before anesthesia. I'd just eaten. My brain started working again and I realized what I'd done. I had two choices. Tell someone and get my surgery canceled, or keep quiet and hope it would be okay. The surgery had been scheduled for months. My parents took time off work. The team was counting on me to get back. If I canceled now, it could be weeks before they could reschedule. I decided to keep my mouth shut. Biggest mistake of my life. Morning came and we drove to the hospital. Mom was making small talk, but I was quiet. Dad asked if I was nervous and I just nodded. The pre-op nurse asked me when I last ate or drank anything. I looked her right in the eye and lied. Midnight, I said. She checked a box on her chart. They hooked me up to an IV and wheeled me into the operating room. The anesthesiologist was this older guy with gray hair. Really nice. Explained everything he was doing. Asked about my diabetes and I told him my blood sugar was stable. Another lie. He put the mask over my face and told me to count backwards from 10. I got to 7. Then everything went wrong. I woke up to chaos. Alarms beeping everywhere, people shouting orders. There was vomit all over my chest and the smell was horrible. I couldn't move my arms or legs. Someone was shining a light in my eyes. A nurse was saying something about seizure activity. My mom was crying somewhere behind me. I tried to talk, but nothing came out. The anesthesiologist from before was standing over me looking stressed. He kept asking me questions, but my brain felt like it was full of cotton. They rushed me to the ICU. Turns out eating before surgery is dangerous because your stomach doesn't empty properly under anesthesia. Food can come back up and get into your lungs. That's what happened to me. I aspirated vomit and my oxygen levels dropped. The stress on my diabetic system caused a mild seizure. I could have died or gotten brain damage. The ICU doctor was not happy. He kept asking me over and over when I last ate. Finally, I broke down and told him about the granola bar. He didn't yell, but he looked really disappointed. My parents were shocked. Mom started crying again and Dad just put his head in his hands. The doctor explained that diabetics have even higher risks with anesthesia complications. My blood sugar had been unstable all morning because of the late-night eating. They had to completely redo my care plan. Instead of going home that day, I spent 3 days in the hospital. They brought in an endocrinologist and a nutritionist. When they finally did my surgery 2 weeks later, they had a whole team monitoring my diabetes. Blood sugar checks every hour, special IV solutions, the works. It was like being treated for a major operation instead of minor foot surgery. The worst part was telling my friends what happened. They couldn't believe I'd lied about something so serious. One of them said I was lucky to be alive.